Good morning. As the sun rises over the United Kingdom, it brings with it a sense of anticipation, a question mark hanging in the air about what the day's weather will bring. In a country famous for its unpredictable skies, 2025 has taken things to a whole new level. Spring in the UK is usually a time of gentle renewal, when daffodils bloom and the air feels fresh with possibility. But this year, the season has been anything but predictable. Instead of the steady march toward warmer days, we've been caught in a whirlwind of extremes. One day, you might find yourself basking in sunshine, the temperature feeling more like late May than early spring. The very next, you're reaching for your thickest jumper as icy winds sweep in, transforming gardens and parks into scenes that look more like January than April. It's as if the seasons themselves are locked in a tug-of-war, each refusing to give ground. The culprit behind these wild swings? A fierce and ongoing battle in the atmosphere, where warm, moisture-laden air from the south collides with frigid Arctic blasts from the north. This invisible struggle plays out above our heads, shaping the weather we experience on the ground. The result is a season defined by contrasts. One moment, you're stepping out in sunglasses and a light jacket, only to find yourself reaching for a winter coat and scarf by evening. It's become almost comical. Britons now routinely carry both sun cream and gloves just in case. These rapid changes are more than just a quirk of British life. They're a vivid reminder of how dynamic and complex our weather can be. The skies above us are in constant motion, shifting from blue to gray, from calm to stormy, often in the space of a single afternoon. It's a season where you can be enjoying a picnic with friends in the park, the grass lush and green beneath your feet, and then wake up the next morning to find frost on your car windshield. These moments capture the essence of British spring, unpredictable, dramatic, and always keeping us on our toes. But these rapid shifts aren't just random acts of nature. They're driven by powerful forces, changing wind directions, shifting pressure systems, and the ever-present influence of the jet stream. Each gust of wind, each swirl of cloud, tells a story about the larger patterns at play. In the coming scenes, we'll break down the record warmth that had people flocking to parks in shorts, the sudden freeze that caught gardeners off guard, and what these extremes might mean for the rest of spring. We'll explore how these weather patterns are affecting daily life, from travel disruptions to the impact on wildlife and gardens. So, let's dive into this dramatic tale of British weather, a story of contrasts, surprises, and the ever-changing skies that make life here so unique. March 2025 kicked off with a taste of summer. Temperatures soared to nearly 20 degrees in Crosby, smashing seasonal norms by 6 to 8 degrees. Parks filled up, cafes spilled onto pavements, and winter coats were ditched. The warmth was thanks to steady southerly winds, making it feel like spring had truly arrived. Optimism was everywhere, garden plans, outdoor adventures, and talk of an early summer. But this was just a fleeting gift. While we enjoyed the sun, a very different weather system was brewing to the north. The stage was set for a dramatic reversal. The warmth before the freeze was about to end. The spring illusion vanished overnight. One day, the parks and streets were filled with people basking in the gentle warmth, enjoying the promise of a new season. The air was alive with birdsong, and flowers had begun to bloom, painting the landscape with color. But as dusk fell, a subtle shift crept in. Clouds thickened, and a chill began to bite at the edges of the evening. Warmth gave way to a biting chill as winds abruptly shifted from south to north. The gentle breezes that had carried the scent of spring were replaced by a relentless, cold force. It was as if the entire country had been caught off guard, the change so sudden that it felt almost unnatural. Arctic air swept in, plunging temperatures by 10 degrees or more in just days. Meteorologists watched as blue arrows on their maps traced a direct path from the far north, bringing with them a cold that seemed to seep into every corner of the land. People walking the city streets could see their breath hanging in the air, a visible reminder of the sudden freeze. Highs dropped from 19 degrees C to barely 5 to 9 degrees C, well below March averages. The rapid fall in temperature was shocking. One moment, it felt like the start of summer, and the next, it was as if winter had never left. Shops quickly sold out of hats and gloves as people scrambled to find their winter gear. The air turned sharp and unforgiving, catching many off guard. Commuters shivered at bus stops, and children who had left home in light jackets found themselves wishing for scarves and mittens. The wind seemed to cut straight through clothing, leaving no one untouched by its icy grip. This wasn't a gentle cool down. It was a full return to winter. Frost crept across car windshields in the mornings, and in some places, snowflakes began to fall, dusting rooftops and gardens in white. The suddenness of it all left people shaking their heads in disbelief. The northerly winds brought a harsh wind chill, making it feel even colder. Along the coasts, waves crashed with renewed fury, and inland, trees bent and swayed under the relentless gusts. The sound of the wind became a constant companion, howling through streets and alleys. 5 degrees on the thermometer felt like freezing, especially in exposed areas. Rural communities, used to milder springs, found themselves waking to frosted fields and icy winds. At train stations, commuters huddled together for warmth, their breath clouding in the frigid air. The dream of early summer was over, replaced by a stark Arctic reality. Outdoor cafes that had been bustling just days before now sat empty, chairs and tables abandoned to the cold. Gardens that had begun to thaw were once again blanketed in frost and snow. The nation was forced to retreat indoors and brace for winter's return. Families gathered around hot drinks, watching the weather from behind rain-streaked windows, wondering when spring would finally come back for good. The Arctic air didn't just bring cold, it brought a full wintry assault. Snow, sleet, and hail fell across the country, even dusting the Cotswolds and surprising racegoers at Cheltenham. The Scottish Highlands and Northern Hills saw significant snow, while lower areas got unexpected flurries. Nights turned icy, with widespread frost-coating lawns and cars. Early spring blossoms and buds were threatened by the sudden freeze. The wind chill and frosty mornings forced everyone back into winter routines. Outdoor plans were put on hold as the nation grappled with a week of harsh, unseasonal weather. The hope of spring was frozen in place. Winter's grip was not yet broken. The Met Office quickly issued yellow ice warnings, especially for northern England and high routes. Commuters faced hazardous roads delays and the return of de-icing routines. Public transport slowed and even simple walks became risky. Heating bills climbed as people cranked up the warmth again. Outdoor workers braved the chill while sports and events were postponed. The cold snap disrupted daily life, reminding everyone to stay alert to weather updates. The nation's resilience was tested by the sudden return of winter hazards. Preparedness became the watchword once more. Just as March's cold eased, meteorologists warned of another Arctic blast for mid-April. Cities like Manchester, Newcastle, and Edinburgh braced for heavy snow and stormy conditions. The Scottish Highlands faced forecasts of up to 5 centimeters of snow, with northeast England not far behind. For April, these amounts were highly disruptive. Travel warnings went out, with authorities preparing for delays and cancellations. The timing, over a weekend, offered little comfort for those with plans. The message was clear: spring's volatility was far from over. Winter was making another unwelcome return. You may have heard about sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW, during the March cold snap. SSW is when temperatures in the stratosphere rise rapidly, disrupting the polar vortex and sometimes sending cold air south. This can set up blocking patterns that let Arctic air reach the UK. Meteorologists watch SSW events closely, as they can signal prolonged cold spells. However, timing matters. The SSW in March 2025 happened too late to cause the immediate cold snap. Its effects usually take weeks to reach the surface, if at all. The March freeze was coincidental, not caused by the SSW. The real culprit was much closer to home. So what caused the March cold snap? A simple shift in wind direction. The UK's weather is ruled by the origin of its air masses. Early March's warmth came from a high-pressure system drawing air from the south. Later, the pattern shifted, opening the door for Arctic air to flood in. This change happened in the troposphere, not the stratosphere. It's a classic example of how quickly UK weather can turn. While SSWs matter for long-range forecasts, short-term swings are often about immediate pressure changes. The March freeze was a direct result of the wind changing, no complex science required. In Britain, a shift in pressure can mean swapping a t-shirt for a parka overnight. The spring of 2025 stands as a powerful reminder of just how unpredictable the UK's weather can be. From the rolling hills of the countryside to the bustling streets of London, no corner of the nation was untouched by the wild swings in temperature and conditions. This season has truly been a lesson in the UK's weather extremes, showing us that nature can surprise us at any moment. In the span of just a few days, we experienced record-breaking warmth that had people reaching for sunglasses and t-shirts, only to be followed by sudden snow and ice warnings that sent everyone scrambling for their winter coats again. It's a roller coaster that many in the UK know all too well, but this year, the swings felt even more dramatic. The reason for this volatility lies in the UK's unique position at the crossroads of competing air masses. Warm air from the south can clash with cold Arctic blasts from the north, creating a battleground in the skies above us. This constant tug-of-war means that change is not just possible, it's expected. Spring in the UK is famous for its unpredictability. You might wake up to bright sunshine, only to see rain clouds roll in by lunchtime, and perhaps even a flurry of snow by evening. Wind can whip through the streets, and temperatures can drop or rise by several degrees in just a few hours. All four seasons can seem to visit in a single day. That's why being prepared isn't just a good idea, it's absolutely essential for daily life. Checking the forecast before you leave the house can make the difference between a comfortable day and an uncomfortable surprise. It's about more than just convenience. It's about safety and peace of mind. Keep a variety of clothing layers handy, from light jackets to heavy coats. And don't be too quick to pack away your winter gear, even as the days grow longer. The weather can turn on a dime, and having options means you're ready for whatever comes your way. For drivers and gardeners, staying alert for late frosts and icy mornings is especially important. A sudden cold snap can mean slippery roads or damage to delicate plants, so a little extra caution goes a long way in protecting both your journey and your garden. The dramatic events of March and April 2025 have made headlines across the country, with stories of sudden snowfalls, flash floods, and unexpected heat waves. These moments remind us all that the weather can change in a heartbeat, often with little warning. By understanding these rapid shifts and paying attention to expert advice, we can adapt our plans and routines to stay safe and comfortable. Whether it's listening to meteorologists or simply sharing tips with friends and family, knowledge is our best defense against the elements. So, what's the final takeaway from this wild spring? Stay informed by checking reliable weather updates, stay flexible with your plans, and always be ready for the unexpected. In the UK, being prepared isn't just a motto. It's a way of life that helps us weather any storm, no matter what the skies may bring.